Rise over run. All right, so now that I have your attention, you have to solve for y on number 1, 2, and 3, right? So if your teacher before me in Algebra 1 was a good teacher, they should have taught you how to do that, and if they didn't, it's all good. I got you. So, there we go. You got to pick the right pen. All right, so again, on number 1 is y by itself on the left side. So y is not by itself. There's a negative 2x here that needs to go to the right side. Okay, so let's do that. Oh, no, don't do that. What happened? Okay, so to get rid of this entire negative 2x term, what is the opposite of negative 2x? Positive 2x, right? So we're not dividing or anything. We're moving the whole thing over. So we're going to add 2x. Okay, so on the right side, what are we going to write? Plus, or adding 2x. But here's one thing that I want you to do when you're solving for y. This term needs to go right there. Here's why. You've seen this before, hopefully, on this sidewall. Y equals what? mx plus b. Right? So doesn't the mx go before the b? Right? So if you look right here, this mx is going to need to go right there in front of the b. Do not, and I cannot say this clear enough, so is everyone listening? Do not add negative 3 plus 2. Because negative 3 is a constant, 2x is a variable. It's like adding apples and oranges. They don't combine. They don't become apple oranges or apples or any kind of crazy hybrid fruit. Doesn't work. You can only combine like terms. So the way I would write this right side is 2x minus 3. Does everyone see how I put the 2x in front of the minus 3, and now it's 2x minus 3? Don't combine those terms because they are not like terms.
Because the letters are haters.
What?
I said the letters are haters. They hate numbers. So those are like 2 X's.
And when you say letters, you mean like Y?
X and Y.
X and Y? Variables. Okay.
They're haters. Do y'all know what a hater is? I hate you.
Y'all ever drank in that haterade?
See, there are 2 X's right now and then a negative 3. And eventually, they're going to kick out the negative 3 on that side, and then everybody's going to divide by 2. X will always want to be alone.
We're not going to divide by 2 on this one.
X.
But, yes, so, hold on. So, that was good, Ms. Romero? X has social issues just like many X's that we know. All right? So bring down the Y. Okay, everybody. Is that solving for Y? Is that done? Yes, it's Y equals. Ta-da! Da-da-da-da. All right, so that's number 1 is done. So I'm telling you, if you see something on the side of Y, get rid of it, but put it in front of the constant. Let's try it on the next one. Is Y, on number 2, is Y by itself? No, right? Is Y by itself here? No. So first thing I need to do is move over this loner, this X term. So this negative 6X, what is the opposite of negative 6X? Positive, right? We're going to add 6X, and on the right side, add 6X. What's that extra little step I told you to do? Draw the little arrow. You're putting this in front of that. Okay, so the way I'm going to write it is 6x minus sign 3. See how that works? The mx goes before the b. Bring down the equal sign, bring down 3y. So is everyone seeing how I'm doing that? I move the x over first, it goes in front of the constant. Now I have one last step, because y is not by itself, it has a 3 in front. Now this time we are just getting rid of the coefficient, so how have we always got rid of just a coefficient? What? Dividing by 3. Very good. So to get rid of that 3 in front, divide by 3. Now everyone listen. If you divide that by 3, everything gets divided by 3. So divide by 3, divide by 3. Okay? Those 3's cancel. Y equals, what is 6 over 3? 2, so that's 2x. And what's negative 3 over 3? It's not 1 or 0, it's negative 1. I know 1 sounds like negative 1, but they're different numbers, right? 2x minus 1. Now, is that y equals? Yeah, bet, right? All right, so y'all good with that? That's y equals. Let's try number 3. So on number 3 is y by itself. There's a 5 in front. Now, I'm not going to get rid of an x term because there's no x on the left side. But how do I get rid of just the coefficient 5? It's kind of like I did right here, right? So I'm going to divide by 5. And on the other side, divide by 5. These 5's cancel. Now I have y equals, now 3 over 5. No matter how many times you try it, you're not going to get a whole number, so leave it as a fraction. Don't give me a decimal. 0.6x is okay, but we like to see fractions because the slope is a rise over run fraction, right? So leave it as a fraction. 3 over 5, x. All right? And that'll do for the warm-up. The reason why I'm showing you this today is because we got to be able to solve for y. On today's assignment, when we're talking about parallel and perpendicular, so today, if you see an equation that's not y equals, you're going to have to do that. Okay? It should have been covered in Algebra 1, but if you forgot or you didn't get that, I just showed it to you, and will continue to show you, because you got to build up those skills for solving for y.